Hey everybody, welcome to OddPod. I'm Dan and this is my video response to Nova Bug's Friday Foursome question, which this time is what are your 4 most cherished games? So let's get straight into it with number 4, which is Monster Rancher for the PS1. Absolutely love this game. When I got it, I was really excited to play it. It was one of those weird games when I was expecting Pokemon, basically, when I first got this. Because it's in that kind of, like, you train a monster and stuff like that. So I was a bit confused when I first got it, because I started off on a... Obviously, it's called Monster Rancher. I started off on a ranch with a monster. And you had to, rather than just level it up by battling, you had to actually literally train it, like, speed and its intelligence and its defense and its attack and stuff like that. And depending the way you train it, depends how it grows, and the way you look after it depends how its attitude is. So it's amazing. And I used to borrow this to all my friends and they absolutely loved it, because I think it's quite a hard game to get hold of. None of my friends could get hold of it or anything, so I used to borrow it to them. And to get other monsters in the game, you can put like music CDs in, or any other kind of CDs that you can find. You can put into the PlayStation and it makes a monster from that CD. And I thought that was just genius. It was such a cool idea. And yeah, I used to just get piles of CDs and keep seeing what monster was it in which CD and stuff like that. And then you just raise it and it gets tougher and you go on adventures, and it's just such a good game. Like I said, yeah, when a friend brings like a memory card around, they can put their memory card in and fight your monster, so you can have sort of competitions so you can train their monster the best and stuff, and it's so much fun. I love this game so much. So yeah, number 4 is Monster Rancher for the PS1. Absolutely love it. I never got to play any of the other Monster Rancher games. Too hard to find, and I think the PS2 ones were America only, I think. I'm not sure. But I can never get hold of the other ones, so it's quite sad, but I really like Monster Rancher. So that's that one. Number 2 is... Oh, it was kind of hard with the... I should say number 3, sorry. It was really hard to pick one because it's a PC game, and it was between 2, and... Yeah, so I was going to pick Nickelodeon 3D Movie Maker, because I absolutely love this game, but I couldn't really call it a game because it is a movie maker, so it's not got game elements, it's more of a creative tool, I guess, so I had to count this one out. But yeah, special mention to Nickelodeon 3D Movie Maker. But the game I picked for the PC was Creatures. This game's really special to me. Like, as you saw Monster Rancher, I love like virtual pets and stuff like that, and Creatures was one of my very first experiences before the Tamagotchi and stuff like that. I got a PC from my dad, I think it was for my 11th birthday or 10th birthday, I can't remember, but he got me Creatures, and I saw the front cover of the box and I didn't really know what to think, and I saw the back and I was like, looks a bit, looks alright I guess. Tried it out and I didn't stop playing it for 4 or 5 years. Basically it's an artificial intelligence, so it's not like a Pokemon kind of thing where you train up a monster and stuff like that. I'll show you the back of it. You have these little creatures, as you can see in the picture, called Norns. And it is one of the very first artificial intelligence games, basically. And you raise the Norn, you can teach it right and wrong. Now, smack it if it's doing something naughty, pet it if it's doing something nice. You can teach it English. So if you point at a ball, let's say, you keep pointing at it and then you write the word ball continuously. Eventually it'll learn the word ball. It could have babies and teach them, you know, what you've taught them, and you just basically make a whole civilization, and there's the map at the top, and you just see how it goes. It's just like an artificial intelligence experiment, and these evil ones called Grendels, and you can, you know, make sure to tell them do not go near the Grendels, and they'll learn that. And it's so much fun, and even the creatures can gain like abnormalities and brain disorders and stuff like that, and you know, it's like, it's hard to explain because it's so good, and it's one of those games that you just have to try out for yourself. And yeah, I remember experimenting loads. Like, I'd leave my PC on overnight, I'd hatch 2 or 3 Norns, and then I'd think, right, I'll go to bed and see what's happening in the morning. And I'll check in the morning, some of them had loads of babies, and then some of them died, and just loads of chaos. And it's just so much fun seeing what you can do. So maybe you say I taught a small little family, and I blocked them off for the rest of them. I taught them English, I taught them right and wrong, and then I hatched a load more in the other side of the world and didn't teach them anything. And then I'd see how they'd mix together, and I noticed that the younger ones of the untaught ones would learn from the taught one. It was so much fun. And it's a game I haven't played for a while, and I do want to get back into playing again. I will review in the future as well, but Creatures, absolutely brilliant, and I've just got so many memories of playing this on my PC and everything, and I absolutely love it. It's so good, so special to me. So, Creatures, new life in your hands for the PC. Very good. Next up, we have a Sega Mega Drive game. So this is my number 2, and it is Haunting Starring Polterguy. There we go. Another game I just played a ridiculous amount of. I didn't have loads and loads and loads of games for my Sega Mega Drive. Let's say I had 15 to 20 games, and they were just the games I revolve around constantly. This is the one I'd play the most. Because, as you can see, like I said, with Creatures, with Monster Rancher, I like virtual pets, and I just like a game that stands out a little bit differently. And Haunting was one of them. It's not a platformer, it's not an RPG or anything like that. Basically, all you do is, you're a ghost, you walk around the house, and you scare this family. And that's all you do. You just haunt different things. Say it was a dartboard, you can go into the dartboard, you turn into an eyeball, the eyeball starts bleeding, and you just got to make sure they notice it, and you scare them. And that's basically it, that's the whole game. You just scare the family out of every house that they move into. And they'll show you a little few bits. You'll see gameplay here anyway, but show you little bits of the back and everything. So yeah, you just follow them around everywhere they go. I'm not sure how many levels, I think it was 4 houses, so it's not huge. And over 400 outrageous fright items to use. And some of the stuff, I don't know how they got away with, because there's like a bit where you can go into a shower, and then when whoever's in that room goes up to the shower, it opens up and there's like a corpse hanging off hooks of blood everywhere. It's brilliant. And yeah, there's like a little poo monster that comes out of the toilet and starts throwing poo at them, and it's so much fun. It's so different. And yeah, when I lost this game, when I moved house, I was absolutely gutted, and I couldn't find it anywhere. I haven't been able to find it for for a good price for ages, and I recently got it again, so I'm really happy with this. Yeah, and like I said, there's not much else you can say about it. Basically, you just scare the family out of the house with loads of different ways to haunt them. So please try out Haunting; it's so good. But like I said, with my cherished games, I haven't really got a particular memory built into them. It's just always me sat down, playing it for hours. And yeah, it's one of those games that if I think of basically my most cherished games are, if I think of the console, it's the game that pops up in my head. So when I think Sega Mega Drive, this pops in my head. When I think PlayStation 1, Monster Rancher, PC, Creatures, and Nickelodeon 3D Movie Maker. So that's why they're most cherished to me, because they're the ones that remind me of the system and why I love the system so much. So that's Haunting for the Sega Mega Drive. And my number 1 is for the Game Boy, and I think it's a popular choice with some of these cherished game videos I've been watching, and it's a Pokemon game, and it is Pokemon Blue. Yep, when Pokemon first came out, I saw the premiere of the anime on Sky 1, and I fell in love straight away. Found out there was a game, went to the shops, Woolworths I think it was, came home, and I hadn't still watched all the episodes of the anime yet. They were still running brand new, so I didn't know all the Pokemon yet. So I started playing this without knowing that much about Pokemon, and it was such an experience. Just seeing all these new creatures and I could catch them. It's the first RPG basically I really fell in love with. I never really played them before Pokemon. I was more of a platformer kind of person if I was going to play other games, or the other ones that you can see in my my cherished games. So Pokemon was my first RPG basically, and I fell in love with it. My first Pokemon, I think I picked Squirtle, because Squirtle is my favourite Pokemon now, and Blue was the game. This is the very game I had, and it's a bit salty at the bottom, as you can see, it's all browny. But this is the very one I had as a kid. The battery in the cartridge has probably died out by now, so I might have to replace that, but yeah, I just remember sat on the sofa in the living room, switching my Game Boy on, and I didn't stop playing it for such a long time. I just discovering, like when I saw Geodude for the first time, I thought, what is this? And I saw the anime and thought, ah, that's the thing I caught yesterday. So as I was playing it, I was going along with the anime at the same time. It was such a great experience. And yeah, so Blue is the one for me because it's the one I had. And I loved it. I absolutely loved it. And it's hard to, because as some of you know, some Oddpod subscribers know, I'm a huge Pokemon fan. So it's hard for me to not... It's hard for me to describe the game properly because I get too excited or too over the top when I'm talking about it. But yeah, simple as that. Pokemon, because I love it so much. And see what I mean? I'm babbling a bit now because I'm running out of things to say because I don't know what to say that I haven't already said before. But yeah, it's just the memory of me sat in the living room playing it for the first time whilst the anime was running and discovering these new Pokemon I'd never seen before, and just discovering a whole new type of gameplay basically. So yeah, it really means a lot to me, Pokemon Blue. So yeah, they're my 4 most cherished games. I know this I know this video response isn't as good as the other ones I've seen because they went into more detail, they had proper memories attached to them to make them cherished. And with me, with like Pokemon and Haunting and Creatures and Monster Rancher, they're all just me on my own most of the time, playing them in bedroom or in the living room or somewhere, whilst Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network's on in the background. And it's just that memory of just wasting summers as a kid and just having a time of my life and just loving it and just proper absorbed myself into it. And yeah, I just got the best memories from that. Yeah, so it's hard to match an actual memory like all the rest of you people did. So I feel like I haven't done the best response ever, but they do mean a lot to me, these games, and I do talk about them a lot. And if anybody says, can you recommend a game for any of the consoles these are for, these are the games I will mention instantly, because I love them so much and they mean a lot to me. So yeah, that's my odd video response, my babble basically. Really hope you liked it anyway, and yeah, oh yeah, and I'll leave a link to in the description, sorry, to Novabug's channel. Please check it out, and please join in the other Friday foursome questions he'll have. And that's me babbling and stuff over, and I don't know, I'm tired. I'll see you soon. I'm an idiot. See you soon. Bye.